Do you know that you can work from the comfort of your home, avoid stress, traffic, office politics, and other shenanigans, and still earn good money? Yeah, it's possible. But the only way you can do that is if you learn how to prepare for remote interviews. Without preparing for the interviews, you will not scale through the interview system. Today's YouTube video is about how to prepare for virtual interviews. Step 1. You need to understand what remote work is, the skills needed, and the skills that you need. Remote work is like regular work, but you're just doing it online. That means that you're working from the comfort of your home, the regular work you would normally do in an office. What skills do you need? Mostly remote work skills are freelance writing or virtual assistant skills. And these skill sets are easy to learn. They're very easy to learn. So what you need is freelance writing skills and virtual assistant skills. A virtual assistant is like an online secretary. That's it. She does anything her CEO needs, and they communicate via phone, via Slack, via WhatsApp, etc., whichever one works for you. Step 2, you need to figure out the tools that you need to do your virtual assistant job. Some jobs you can just use just your phone, but there are other jobs that need a laptop, like data entry. So what you basically need is your mobile phone, your laptop, a stable internet connection, and a quiet space. Those are the tools that you need to start the basic setup for a virtual assistant job. Step 3, you need to learn in-demand skills. What are in-demand skills? In-demand skills, that's virtual assistant skills like inbox or email management, scheduling, content writing, Canva designs, and other basic skills. We'll talk about that one in another video. Also, you need soft skills such as communication, time management, and self-discipline. This is very important if you are going to keep your job for long. Step 4 is your LinkedIn profile. So, bearing in mind that there are many scammers online, why should an employer trust you? An employer will trust you because you have credibility online and offline. But how's the employer going to prove that you have credibility online? One useful tool that you can use to do that is your LinkedIn profile. Your LinkedIn profile bears a list of all the jobs that you've held and the projects that you've accomplished while holding these jobs. Your LinkedIn profile goes a long way to prove to your employer that you can do what you promise them that you can do. Another tool that will help your employer to trust you is an online portfolio. You can design an online portfolio using a Google document or a Canva. I'll show you other examples of online portfolios in the description box. But just know that your online portfolio and your LinkedIn tool are two tools that will help your employer trust you. Now, while writing your portfolio, whether on Canva or on Google Doc, focus on your bio that talks about the kind of person you are, and then proof of work. That's a list of your accomplishments, not just a list of the places where you've worked, but a list of what you accomplished for each place that you worked. Listing what you accomplished instead of just listing your places of work will separate you from all the other many people who are applying for the job. Step 5. Once you've successfully designed a good portfolio and you've updated your LinkedIn profile, your next step is to start applying for jobs on Upwork and Fiverr. One important thing to note is that you shouldn't apply for jobs using just the same cover letter. Every application needs to be unique. When you pay attention to the needs of your clients and craft a unique cover letter to help them solve the needs of their company, it will serve to separate you from the crowd of people who are just applying with copy and paste method. Also, you can use a spreadsheet or use Trello to track your applications and move them as need be based on the progress that is made in your applications. Okay, step 6. This is the most important part that we've been waiting for. What do you do when you want to get a job? You practice your interviews. You practice your interviews in front of the mirror. You look at your portfolios. You practice answering questions. Research the company that you're applying to. Find out what they do. Find out how best you can help support their business and to help it grow. One of the best things you can do is to look for a way to grow your employer's business. It's going to separate you from people just looking for jobs. When you're a person that is looking for the good, looking for the good and the progress of your employer, it will separate you from all the people who are just looking for jobs so that they can get paid at the end of the month. Purpose separates people from the crowd. Yeah. Okay. You will get the job, but don't be so desperate that you overpromise. Don't overpromise. Be honest about your experience, your work experience. Be willing to intern or volunteer for a week, 2 weeks, at most a month, so you can get some experience and be of use to your client. Okay, another bonus tip. So here's something I do. I have a lot of experience. So something I do while the interview is going on is give an example or an illustration of how I solved the problem for my previous clients. And one of my most exciting illustrations I love to give, I was working for a West African country at the time, is that I researched online. It was a financial company that dealt with subscriptions. So I researched online and found a company that was dealing solely with subscription models. I found out their history and the strategies that they used to beat their opponents in the business and then to rise above their opponents and to grow their subscriptions. So I use Netflix subscriptions as a model. Netflix subscriptions grew from about maybe 300 to 1.2 million. And so I used that to plot a strategy to also grow the subscriptions of the company where I'm working at. Your creativity and your innovativeness is going to cause you to stand out. Don't be afraid. You have the skill set that a great employer out there needs. Your employer is looking for you and you're looking for your employer, and God's going to do his best to get you people to miss each other, but do not sabotage by encouraging your weaknesses. An internship or a volunteer position will help you fine-tune your process so that you have a good process in place before you get your job. I wish you all the best. And if you like this video, please like it on YouTube, subscribe, share, and I'll see you next time. Last tip: as you grow, remember to give back to your community, whether prisons, orphans. It's just a principle of life.